You will never guess the project I'm going to do now. Talk to MORryde about the shackles and about the wet bolts. And guess what? Send me a new kit. But I'm not going to video this whole installation because I already did it once, and if you want to see that, check it down below. Old shackles to the new shackles to the new wet bolts. The same thing. So basically, I'm going to do that today. I'm going to do this one side first. Of course, make sure you're safe when you're doing it. All right, so I want to just explain to you a little bit what we're doing here, because I felt that when I took this apart and put the All-Trek 4000, that all of the wet bolts were not greased, or they were, but I don't think they were greased sufficiently. We are going to replace this wet bolt. We're going to go ahead and replace the shackles and these wet bolts right here. Also, we're going to just go ahead and replace them all and replace the shackles also. If you remember, there was a little bit of tolerance there I wasn't happy with. I'm really curious to see what kind of shape that bushing is in, that's in here, and the bushing that's in here. I'm really kind of curious to see what's going to happen. And one of the questions was, Stan, why don't you use your impact wrench on these bolts? Well, these bolts, these wet bolts are seated in, and I don't want to strip that out. You got to make sure these bolts are seated in, but I don't want it to turn and then unseat these bolts. I want to be able to press them out and then press the new ones in, if that makes any kind of sense to you. If you remember, I was worried about the tolerance. Only after 15,000 miles. Now remember, I greased all these, but look at the play in here. That tolerance is way too much. So this is why we're changing all these out. See the new one? There's no wiggle. Okay? No wiggle. It's tight. I'm gonna try to get that out, and we'll see. I'm gonna have to press that out. Now these bushings here, the back bushings were gone. They were totally gone. This bushing, when they put them in, are totally cracked. So if you can see, there's a crack here and a crack here. You see the crack?
I see it.
Yeah, there you go. They're just coming apart.
Oh
there you
gosh.
go. So I am so glad that I am doing this right now. It has been a nightmare trying to get these bushings out. They're just cracked.
Let's see. Oh gosh.
That's because they probably got too hot, whatever the deal is, and now I can't even press them out because they're cracked, so I have to take them out piece by piece. This prevents it from the bushing from cracking. See, the bushing's not cracking now. Fill it up with grease. Try to grease it before I put it in there. The good thing about this is that they've gone to the 3/4 bolts, and you torque these at 80. And make sure that you seat it from behind. See these ribs right here? They have to seat from behind, so make sure you seat it. So I'm gonna bring this up and put it in the hole. Try to line up the hole. That might be a little bit of a challenge, but we're gonna do that. All right, let me show you. I have the theory that it was not greased, but all right, so let me show you. See how much play there is in that? That is way too much play. That's not supposed to be like that. See, if you look, if it was over here, this is how much play your shackle had. That's way too much for tolerance. So that's why we're doing this.
Stan's been changing the shackles and the bushings. So he's got to get to the other side. And if you see, we are super close to the wall here. This is our first connection with the new truck. And the other piece we have to worry about is up here. And make sure that the new truck isn't too high to get our trailer out. So I'm watching the wall and I'm watching the roof. There's a little ledge right here. And here we go. Looks good. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fine.
The hookup was a little nerve-wracking, you know, because you just don't know if we come up. I am disappointed a little bit in which folks have already reached out and told me that I do have a little bit of a squat even on this 1-ton truck, which I don't know. I don't know if I want to put in air shocks before I leave or not. I think I'm just going to run it like this and see what happens. I don't like the front end being up so high, but oh, we'll have to see. All right, so look, if you look over here, let me use this as a pointer.
This is the other side, right?
Okay, this is this side. The bearing right here, the copper bearing or the brass bearing is totally gone. There is no reason why that should be gone. This is my non-professional opinion. This is a common sense opinion. This trailer only has, I think we discussed it, doesn't have really even have 15,000 miles, more like 11, 12,000 miles maybe. And the bearings are, and the bushings are gone. Definitely check them because this could cause a world of hurt. And make sure you grease them more than you think. It's very disturbing that the bushing is already gone.
So it's coming out in pieces like that? Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Gosh.
And our rig is not that big. So where is the rest of the bushing? If that goes like that and this part goes like this,
And that's all you got out of it.
the rest of it is gone.
Looks good. Yeah, are you good? Yeah, it was close. Yeah, it actually looked really close. But watch out. How's it feel?
I like it. It feels pretty good.
Does it feel same?
No, it's definitely different. Definitely different. I don't know how to explain it actually. I think with the trailer on it, it feels a little bit more stiffer, I guess.
Yeah.
It's got some new features that I'm not used to that I still have to figure out.
We will. Nothing but time between here and Florida.
We have started, got the rig out in the side yard, and so now I'm going to start doing my little routine. I pulled the generator out and we're going to change the oil to the generator. It's time. We've already done the suspension. I am so glad we did that. I was not expecting them to be dry. Ours were dry. We're doing a 6,000 mile trip, so we packed all the bearings, new suspension, new wet bolts, new bushings on all the leaf springs. The ones that took the toll really on the bushings were the leaf springs. And so to me, I don't know what to say. I don't know if that would cause a break in the leaf spring or not, or if it gets bound up or whatever. But that's something important to know. So I'm gonna go ahead and change the oil. Warmed up the generator. I'm gonna pull the oil out, put new oil in, put it back in, and now we're gonna start and doing our checks, make sure the battery's up to par, which you know, it's a brand new lithium, so I'm sure it is. 460 amp from Roadtrip. That battery has been excellent. So this is where we're gonna start. And we'll start from the front, and then we'll check all the other components, the heaters, the gas, all that stuff to make sure everything's working properly. You don't ever wanna leave before checking everything. Heater, air conditioning. You don't want to worry about this stuff out in the road. So you want to make sure you check everything. My tank gauges, they never work. So I'm going to try flushing the tanks again to see if I can't get them to work a little bit better. I don't depend on that anyway. So those things never work. The sensors in the tanks, they never work. So if you guys have any idea how to get those sensors clean, with the ladies putting their conditioner in their hair and it probably gunks up the sensors, the same thing with the dishwash, grease gunks it up or whatever, but those things never work. Well, the one that's working the best, believe it or not, is the black tank. So we're going to do all that too. All right. We run a Champion dual fuel 4,650 inverter generator. Clean electricity is what they call it. But anyway, they make it pretty easy to change the oil. One of the reasons why I really love this generator, it does everything that we need it to do. We can run our air conditioner on it, no problems. But the other thing is, just the maintenance on it. We're going to change the oil. Have a little door here. See if we can get that off. There we go. And then this right here, this is just the drain line. That's your fill right there. A little concerned, the usually the oil meter light tells you how much oil is, not showing any oil unless the oil meter light is off. I don't know. Open this up and put the oil into this so I can tell how much oil came out. I'm using full synthetic 1030. So 1030 for your Champion generator if that's the one that you have. Remember, the reason why I'm using the Champion generator, it's only 100 pounds versus an Onan that could be up to 200-300 pounds. A lot less weight, same big punch. Maybe not a big 5500, but it still does the job. So I took out as much oil as I put in, so it's not using any oil. So that's great news. It's doing really, really well. So now I'm gonna put exactly the same amount I've taken out, and I'll check the oil with the dipstick to make sure it's proper. So that's all there's to it. And that oil's been changed, and then we'll put it back in. Generator, oil change, check. This is how I mount my Champion on this tray. If you're interested in this tray from MORryde, don't forget shop MORryde. 7%, OTHA 7% to get 7% off. We'll push it in, and it locks. Now, I don't trust this lock right here, okay? I just don't. With the weight of it. So what I do is I have this little thing here, and I just kind of
reinforce it, I guess, huh?
Just reinforce the tray so it cannot come forward. Because you don't want it to come forward. Because if it comes forward, the only thing that is holding that lock is this little piece of lip metal right here.
This lock right here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it's kind of bent.
And you can tell that it's already been bending, by the way. This, to me, this should be a little bit stronger than what it is. Mm-hmm. But nevertheless, so that's what I do so that this tray ever comes forward. It can't. I've got it locked in there. Just another safety precaution. Always check my straps here as far as my battery is concerned. Make sure that's in place. Always check to make sure that your cables are tight so you're not loose. Up here too, make sure they're all tight. Everything here seems to be working. Solar, the solar exchange is working. The DC to DC is working. Everything's working. So everything in this part is working properly. So I'm excited about that.
Finally, I'm going to start packing the trailer. We leave for our Florida trip in 4 days. Leave in 4 days. I have 3 days to pack. Usually I start a week before, and kind of, you know, mentally you're preparing. We've had so many other things. We've been home, so we've had some social events, some company, some friends come to town, but now it's time. Now it's time to start packing. I want to share with you guys a few things. I know Stan's sharing some things outside as he's packing or things he's done to prep the RV. So I want to show you what I live by. This is my RV items to pack and replenish checklist. And I'd be happy to share this with you guys. It's a Google Doc. Actually, I think I could put the link down in the description. You're just gonna click on that, make a copy of it, and then you can change it and personalize your own. You don't have to ask me to share it. It's already there. Click the link, then copy it, make it your own. So I put everything on here and I live by this. So I am at the stage where I'm gonna go through everything on the list. I'm gonna check things off. It's got the kitchen items, bed and bath items, personal items, electronics, things like that. And then I just keep it handy and replenish things as I go. I've actually even added to-do items, things that we want to make sure we don't forget before we leave, like our turning down the thermostat and water the plants or whatever we need to do. I also have done a video on packing and I can link that below as well. Just some food for thought. You guys probably have your own system. If you're part-timers, full-timers, this is where I envy you because there is no packing back and forth. It's crazy. So it is like having two households. One of the things that's very important to make sure you do well before you leave is get your refills on your medication and call your prescriptions in and get those and get them picked up. In fact, I have a few I gotta go get before we leave. I have a few new things I wanna show you that I got for the trailer and I'm excited to share with you. So let's head to the bathroom first and I'm gonna pull out the first aid kit that I have. First, I want to show you, I did install this cute little tissue box holder and it's clear. I probably could have put it up just a little bit higher, but you gotta leave enough room to get the box out. But it's stuck on the wall over there and it's out of the way and I can still put things over there, but I just love it. But let's check. I gotta check on our supplies as far as what we got in here. You know, face wash, all the goodies. So let me take care of that real quick. Okay, let's head in. I've got an armful of stuff. I just want to swap out some of the things and then also refill a few things. Okay. Oops, this will be the first of many trips with many things. So we bring everything, including the kitchen sink.
I'd rather change out the battery than it telling us to change out the battery. While you're here, we're gonna put that thing in too.
Oh yeah, we got the screen for our window here.
I don't know where it's at, but
we've had it for a few months. It's like a little blind. It's gonna be great. Uh-oh.
That is a bad mistake.
Well, we gotta find it. I heard it hit the rock, so.
You gotta change these batteries every year.
Do we have 4 good ones? That's the other question. Oh boy.
The worst thing is trying to find that screw.
Couldn't find the screw, so we had to improvise. Thank goodness Stan keeps everything. All right, well, what are we doing here? We're good putting in the Lippert screen.
Putting in a Lippert.
Do we need to clean it first?
No.
I can get to the window still if I need to.
Let's hope I got the right one. What I'm hoping for. It's gotta go like this. That. Lock it in there like this.
Oh, there you go.
And we do the same with this one. You gotta put the stringies in there. See, like there's little locks now. They didn't used to have those. Wow! And look at this. Fancy.
That's cool. Looks good.
All right, we're choosing to go up like this because we can go like this.
We could peek out.
We can peek out and still be, you know, not appropriately dressed. We can still peek.
Yeah, that'll be nice. We always have that big window, but it's pretty obvious when you're peeking out that. So we had somebody knock on the door at the campground and at the beach, and it kind of freaked me out at later at night.
Yeah.
Not late night, but it's like, what the heck?
Boom. There you go.
All right.
Another thing done.
I bought these little holders. There was a 3-pack. It's got this one. They're really cute, but I was thinking about putting them inside of the cabinet doors to store like lids, and I think this one I'm gonna put under the sink. That one fits, but I don't think these are gonna fit real well inside these cabinets because it just doesn't fit. Darn it. I was tempted to take them back, but I think I can find a place for them. So when I go like this, you can tell they're a little bit different sizes. So they're all just a little shy of each other. This one's a little thinner, a little shorter. Still doesn't fit under the cabinet doors in here, but that's okay. We'll find a home. All right, we're under the sink. I'm gonna spray this real quick. We're gonna clean it off. Give it a second to dry. That's just some rubbing alcohol. That way it gives it the best chance to stick. We'll stick it on there. I'm just gonna eyeball it. It'll be fine. And then I gotta make sure it's high enough that it doesn't hit my little bucket under here. So it'll slip on there like that. I think if we go about right there, it would be great. So we're gonna peel off the back, eyeball it. It's always nerve-wracking. So let's just make a decision. Go for it. It's inside the cabinet. It's not gonna be that big of a deal. So we're gonna press pretty good for 30 seconds or so. These little sets were about 20 bucks, so I was kind of like, I wanted to make sure I liked them and could use them before I actually kept them. I love Amazon. You can send stuff back. This stuff will be linked in our description. Our Amazon store is also there. You can always look. All right, and then we'll pop that on there. I love it. There's my soaps. There I go. It does slide a little bit, but that's okay. Now we gotta find where we'll put the other one, but right now, I don't know if I showed you guys, I was able to stick this right in here. That's for our Max Air. So it's right above, right there. All right, I found a spot for the second one. We're gonna put it in the bathroom under here. They're just a little bit odd, but I don't know. I love them. I definitely will find stuff to put in them. So let's clean this off. Here again, the rubbing alcohol. We're gonna wait a minute, let it dry. Super easy installation. This is great. I mean, you could think of all kinds of things. You could put these in the kitchen. I don't have a lot of wall space around, but it'd be great for your controllers, things like that. Oh, make sure it's the right way. Whoa, no, I had it the right way. That was close. Okay. You should usually wait, 30 minutes before you're gonna hang anything heavy on it, but this is not that heavy, so we'll pop it on there. It's gonna be a little limited on what it could hold. It could hold some RV Digest and our little thing. That'd be perfect. Something else that I have wanted to change were these things. They have kept everything from sliding around, but what keeps them from sliding around? It's so annoying. So I bought this shelf and drawer liner. It's non-adhesive. I don't know if it's gonna be any better, but it says it lays flat, and we're gonna give it a try. Looks good. We tried that Travelfy, and we weren't.
Someone told me that maybe the wires were crisscrossed. That's why it didn't work. I don't know. That's a good possibility. However,
we use the high boost now, and
it's been good for us, right?
it's been great. Yeah, it's been totally fine. So I'm getting him to take it out. Yay! It's just kind of in the way of the pantry. And that is after it came out. So at least we have a little more room back there. I love it. Thank you. Okay, today's day 2 of the 3 days that we had left to pack. Real quick, we are going to hang up our fire blanket. Oop, it's upside down. I'm going to stick this right on the opposite side of the oven. It's gonna go right here in the door because this is where we keep our trash cans. So I'm gonna put a little command hook and we're gonna put it right there. I bought the little 1 pounders. There should be plenty. I didn't think a ½ pound would work, which I had a bunch of those, but I bought these and we'll just stick that right down there. I've already cleaned this with the alcohol, the rubbing alcohol. That's my trick. I clean it with rubbing alcohol, I wait for it to dry, and then that's when I stick the command strips or any adhesive onto the prepared surface. That's gonna be great. Just a little bit lower. Just gonna eyeball it. And then we press for 30 seconds. I'm just following the rules. I'm just a rule follower. I think that's good for 30 seconds. You're really supposed to wait and let it adhere before you're hanging something, but we're just gonna check it out right now. So there it is. There's the oven. If I need it, it's right there. So what you do is you just pull the blanket out with both hands, extinguish the fire. You cover the burning material completely, leave it covered until it goes out. Designed in the USA. I'll put a link to this. So the next thing we're gonna do today is hang up some pictures that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I actually don't have the second one yet. My friend found the picture in the Hobby Lobby in Vegas and she's bringing that out to me because it was hard to find. I got these little picture hanger. These are command strips as well. I already kind of cleaned the back of that with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. We're gonna stick this command strip on here. This black side goes toward the wall. And then we're going to pop it up. This is the picture I got. Cool is that. Does not weigh very much, so we're gonna stick it on over this section right here. And then the other one is going to say Yosemite, and it's gonna go on that side. Just starting to get a few little decorations. $1.49 at Hobby Lobby. So this is how this one's gonna work. This has that little kind of a built-in nail head right there. And it's just gonna slip right on there like that and hold the picture up. And then this part will be down and it's just got the command strip. We're gonna stick that to the wall, hang up our picture. You can check it out, but I'm not gonna hang it up, but I just wanna see what it looks like. Oh my gosh, so this does not interfere with that. Might hit it a little bit, but not hardly at all. Love it. Let's just hope it stays up. I think we'll wait. I'll take it down here in a second, but I love it. So what I'm doing today, I'm filling the pantry, taking everything out of my pantry at home and filling it up here, but I brought back the can holder. I actually stole it from myself and put it in my house because I love it so much, and I'm a cheapskate. I don't want to buy another one. And then what I do love, we're gonna move that over there for now. Oh, actually, I'm loving these. They do lay flat. Like I said, there's no adhesive, but it kind of keeps them from bunching up. And you can wipe them. They're oil free, oil resistant, water resistant. And I just think it just brightens this up so nicely. I had enough with one roll to do this, that, two side by side, this side by side, and then like 1.5 down there. I've got it bunched up, but don't mind that. I was trying to flatten out one of the sides. And then I brought back this. This is that I use as my vegetable bin, or I put, maybe put the onions and potatoes down here, and then I can put bananas or something up there. And then these are all from my storage idea videos that have been hits, I'll tell you. People really like storage ideas, but these are they're the horizontal spaghetti holders, and then I keep the lasagna in there. And actually, they fit perfectly right there, so I'm gonna keep those like that and see how this comes along. So today's our final day to pack. Tomorrow we head out. If we didn't mention where we're heading to Southern California again. Actually, first we're gonna go to Pechanga, which is in Temecula, and we're gonna celebrate Stan's birthday for one night, and then we're gonna head into Orange County again to see our kids. We're gonna celebrate a first birthday of our granddaughter, Aubrey Marie, and then on Monday, we're gonna head east. We're heading to Florida, of course. But before we do, I wanted to show you another installation. So Stan's put a few things on the rig that are very cool. Couple new additions, and then I got my picture, my Yellowstone picture. No, my Yosemite picture. So I bought these. Do you guys know what these are? Any guesses? This is gonna go right here, right on this edge, just like that. Because so many times Stan has almost hit his head on that, and it is sharp. This is just rubbing alcohol, helps it stick. And then we're gonna let it dry for a sec. Okay, I peeled the stickers off inside. It's super easy. And now I'm gonna hold it for 30 seconds. And there you go. It sticks right on there. Now I'm gonna be searching for other places to put them because I got a whole pack of them. So got the Yosemite picture in. Okay, and I'm super excited to show you where I put the third little organizer holder thing, and look at this. So there we go. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that is so perfect. Those right there. My soap's right there, and then we've got, I installed these for the razors, and then for our squeegee and our scrubbies. Just makes it complete. So happy with that.